We've all been there. You get a cut, a scrape, maybe a nasty kitchen burn, and you expect it to heal up within a week or so. Our bodies are these incredible self repairing machines.
Absolutely. It's one of the most fundamental processes of life, right? Like a little miracle happening every time our skin knits itself back together. But what happens when that miracle takes its sweet time, or worse, just doesn't seem to happen at all?
Exactly. Today, we're diving into something that's surprisingly common, why your wounds might be healing slower than they should. And it turns out it's not just about how big the cut is, there's a whole host of factors, some really unexpected, that influence our body's ability to repair itself.
It's fascinating because we often take healing for granted. We cut ourselves, slap on a band aid, and assume everything will be fine. But modern life and our modern bodies sometimes throw a wrench into that ancient, efficient system.
Let's start with some of the big silent saboteurs, the underlying health conditions that can dramatically slow down healing. And the first one that comes to mind, a major culprit, is diabetes.
Oh, diabetes. It pops up in so many health discussions, and wound healing is definitely one of them. For people with high blood sugar, it's like a multi pronged attack on the body's repair system.
It really is. High blood sugar damages blood vessels over time, which means less blood flow, less oxygen, and fewer vital nutrients reaching the wound site. Think of it like trying to build a house when the delivery trucks can't get to the construction zone.
And it's not just the delivery system. Diabetes can also impair nerve function, leading to neuropathy. So, an injury might go unnoticed for longer, meaning it doesn't get treated as quickly. Plus, a weakened immune system makes infections more likely and harder to fight off. It's a tough combination.
Another big one is vascular disease, or just poor circulation in general. If your blood isn't moving efficiently, especially to your extremities, those wounds on your legs or feet are going to struggle to heal.
It makes so much sense. Your blood is carrying all the good stuff: oxygen, nutrients, immune cells that are essential for repair. If that flow is restricted, it's like trying to put out a fire with a trickle of water.
And then there's the immune system itself. If it's compromised, whether by an autoimmune disease, immunosuppressive medications, or conditions like HIV, your body's ability to fight off infection and manage the healing process is severely hampered.
This is where it gets complex, because sometimes medications that are vital for one condition might have unintended side effects on healing. It's a delicate balance.
Speaking of complexities, we can't ignore age. As we get older, our skin thins, circulation might decrease, and our cells just don't turn over as quickly. The whole healing cascade becomes less efficient.
It's a natural part of aging, but it's a stark reminder that our bodies are constantly changing. And let's not forget obesity. It can contribute to poor circulation, increased inflammation, and those skin folds can create moist environments perfect for infections.
So, those are some of the internal health battles. But what about the building blocks? What we put into our bodies, or don't put in, plays a massive role. I'm talking about nutritional deficiencies.
Ah, the classic "you are what you eat" coming back to haunt us. Seriously, though, if you're missing key nutrients, your body simply doesn't have the materials to rebuild. Protein, for example, is absolutely critical for building new tissue and collagen.
And collagen is the scaffolding for new skin. Without enough protein, it's like trying to build that house without any lumber. Then there's vitamin C, crucial for collagen synthesis and immune support. Vitamin A for cell growth, zinc for cell proliferation and immune function, iron for oxygen transport. The list goes on.
It highlights how interconnected everything is. A general lack of calories and a balanced diet means your body is running on fumes, trying to repair itself without the necessary energy and resources.
Which brings us to perhaps the most obvious but often underestimated factor, infection. If bacteria or other pathogens get into a wound, they essentially hijack the healing process.
They compete for resources, release toxins, and trigger this prolonged inflammatory response that just prevents the wound from moving into that crucial new tissue growth phase. If you see increasing redness, swelling, pain, pus, or warmth around a wound, that's a huge red flag.
Definitely. And beyond the body's internal state and what we eat, there are medications that can inadvertently slow things down. Corticosteroids like prednisone are fantastic for suppressing inflammation, but that same suppression can hinder the body's natural healing response if used long term.
And even common NSAIDs like ibuprofen, while great for pain in high doses, can potentially interfere with the initial inflammatory phase that is actually necessary to kick off healing. It's a fine line.
Chemotherapy and radiation are direct attacks on rapidly dividing cells, which are exactly what you need for wound repair. And blood thinners can lead to more bruising and bleeding, delaying closure.
So many layers, but let's talk about the big one that many of us have control over, lifestyle factors, and the absolute worst offender here in terms of wound healing is smoking.
Oh, smoking is brutal. Nicotine constricts blood vessels, drastically reducing blood flow and oxygen to the wound. It's like trying to heal a wound in a low oxygen, low nutrient environment. Plus, it impairs immune function and collagen production.
It's not just the lungs that suffer, it's practically every system in the body, including the one responsible for fixing itself. Alcohol abuse also plays a role, leading to malnutrition, liver damage, and a suppressed immune system.
And then there are the silent stressors of modern life. Chronic stress releases cortisol, a hormone that can impair immune function and delay healing. And no surprise here, lack of sleep. Our bodies do so much repair work during rest. Insufficient sleep just hinders that process.
It's like we're constantly pushing our bodies to perform without giving them the proper recovery time. So we've covered the internal, the nutritional, the medical, and the lifestyle. But what about the wound itself, the local environment?
That's crucial. Repeated trauma or pressure on a wound, think bed sores or ill-fitting shoes constantly rubbing, will prevent new tissue from forming. It's like trying to fix a wall while someone keeps bumping into it.
And moisture imbalance is a big one. Wounds need a moist environment to heal. If it's too dry, it can form a hard scab that hinders cell migration, but too wet, what we call maceration, can soften the surrounding skin, making it fragile and prone to breakdown and increase infection risk.
It's a Goldilocks zone for wound care, not too dry, not too wet, but just right. And of course, foreign bodies, dirt, glass, splinters need to be removed. Otherwise, the wound simply can't close properly. Edema or swelling also increases pressure and reduces blood flow.
And poor wound care itself. Using harsh antiseptics that damage new tissue or choosing the wrong type of dressing. Sometimes we think we're helping, but we're actually making it worse.
So, with all these factors at play, when should someone really be concerned and seek medical attention? Because for minor cuts, we usually manage at home.
That's a great question, Alex. If a wound shows any signs of infection, increased redness, swelling, warmth, pus, fever, or worsening pain, that's a definite see a doctor moment.
And if it's just not getting better, right? Like you've had a wound for a week or two and it hasn't shown any signs of improvement, or it's deep, large, or a puncture wound.
Absolutely. Also, if you have an underlying health condition, especially diabetes or a weakened immune system, you should be much more proactive about getting any non-healing wound checked out. Persistent pain, a foul odor from the wound, or if it seems to be getting bigger rather than smaller, all reasons to call your doctor.
It's clear that our bodies are incredibly resilient, but they're not invincible, and modern life, with all its conveniences and challenges, can really throw a wrench into our ancient healing mechanisms.
From our diet to our daily habits and the unseen battles our bodies are fighting, so many factors play a role in how quickly we bounce back from injury. Understanding these reasons empowers us to take better care of ourselves.
It's about giving our bodies the right support, the right fuel, and recognizing when that remarkable self-healing process needs a little extra help, because ultimately we all want our incredible bodies to heal as efficiently and completely as they're meant to.